guys, it's me, Rob, from RGD Entertainment, and welcome to a very special episode of Never Give Up, because this is not gonna be the normal episode. This is gonna be a tribute episode to someone who was a very big fan of. Then it shook me to my very core when I learned they sadly died. Then, judging by the thumbnail and the name, you obviously know who I mean. I mean Jason David Frank, who was very well known in the Power Rangers franchise, beginning as the Green Ranger, and then him going with basically every single Ranger team basically since then. I was so shocked when I heard the news. I was actually at the movies. I was about to watch a movie in the theater when I just quickly looked on social media, and then someone brought up his timely passing. Then it just shook me to my very core. Like, I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do. Then I was at the movies about to enjoy a nice movie. I need my glasses. I don't know why I just took them off. I'm so sorry. But I almost didn't want to see the movie anymore. I just wanted to go home, then be upset, because this man right here is a goddamn legend. Then I dare anyone to tell me otherwise. But I am obviously, you guys know what to do. Like a comment, then subscribe, because this episode is going to be very, very emotional for me. Out of respect for his wife and his daughter, I will, in the episode, I will discuss the short history of all of his Ranger forms, then his subsequent appearances afterwards, then just to talk about how great of a man this was. He was. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, so I do apologize if I'm not at my best, because this is the hardest video that I'm ever gonna make in my life. But I promised someone that I was gonna do this video. Then darn it, I'm gonna do it, because out of what this man did for my life since I was watching him as a Ranger. I will never forget, and seeing videos and photos of what he did during his 49 years on this earth. Then come in almost 30 years in the Ranger franchise, it is my solemn duty to do this video, no matter how upset I get during it. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna hold back. Also, we all know how he died. I will not discuss how this man died. And if anyone says anything about how this man died, more any malice or bad words about this man, I will delete whatever you say and block like a anyone from commenting down. If I see one bad thing about him, about the reason that he left us, I will not do the horrible thing by deleting the video. I will delete the words that you said down below. Then I will report you. Then hopefully you get deleted off of YouTube because of what the disrespectful things that you said about this great man who did nothing but entertain his fans for nearly 30 years. So with that, let's get into it. Everyone knows which Ranger he began with, and I'm talking about the OG, the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger. Then everyone knows how JDF made his debut. It was in the 5-part episodes Green with Evil. When he debuts as like a Tommy Oliver. Then he had just moved out of Angel Grove. He doesn't know anybody. Then suddenly he finds a quick friendship. Then Kimberly, who at the time was the Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger. Then they strike up a friendship, like almost immediately. Then there was a little thing with Bulk and Skull, but to show that he wasn't intimidated by these goofballs, lovable, but goofball failing bullies nonetheless. He basically shut them up by doing a few martial arts moves in the hallway. Not on them, obviously, in front of them, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go now, like, because as soon as Bulk and Skull saw that Tommy knew martial arts, they basically shut their mouths immediately, then got the HE double hockey sticks. I'm out of there. Excuse my language to every woman, or girl, who is watching this. But the Devil Witch Rita Repulsa had an idea of finally bringing down the Rangers. Then bringing them the Evil Ranger. Tora making herself then Evil Ranger. Then for some unknown reason, they actually didn't exactly mention Dora bring up how Rita got the Dragon's or Power Coin. But there were a lot of loose ends there. that they didn't bring up, and we do actually see the slight Japanese footage in that episode, but you would have to watch the episode yourself and the Japanese version Jew Ranger. But that's where this does suit, and this Ranger actually originated. But let's get into the whole I'm Evil Ranger. After she sends her little henchmen, the putties, to basically ambush him, Rita also didn't know that he knew martial arts, so he brought them down easy. And then she materialized in a building and said, "You will be my evil Green Ranger." That sounded more like Green Goblin than Rita, but you get the gist. You get the gist. Don't roast me on my voices. But she was successful in giving him the Green Ranger powers, but they weren't good. They were evil. So he was the very first Green Ranger, then also the very first Evil Ranger. Then he made it his solemn vow to basically serve his Empress Rita. Get over yourself, Rita. Then destroy the Rangers. He did actually almost destroy Zordon. Alpha 5, the Rangers' base of operations, by just ripping out all the controls, all the wires, but that didn't stop because we had Billy the Blue Ranger to basically fix everything, to end and bring Zordon back, reactivate Alpha, but by like the third Green with Evil episode, we get his Zord. If you can see on the Green Ranger, he has something done on his left hip or his left leg, and that is known as the Dragon Dagger. It's not only the weapon, but it also is the it's also able to be used as a flute. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Wait. A small knife is also a flute. Hey, don't look at me. That's what they wrote on the show. In the American version and the Japanese version, it's a dagger. It's not only the weapon, but it's also, funny enough, a musical instrument. I wouldn't say he would use it at a sold show at Radio City Music Hall, but whatever. But he did use the Dragon Dagger by I believe the third episode. I haven't seen Green with Evil in a while, but I will definitely watch the entirety of Mighty Morphin Doll 3 in honor of him. But the Dragon Dagger was used as a flute to summon his own Zord. We all know this. The Dragon Zord. Wow, that's a big boy. Easy, big fella. You're blocking half the screen here. But excuse me. This big bad boy right here is the Dragon Zord, which is his Zord only. Then it can only be activated. I'm activated. I am activated / summoned I cannot speak. I'm so nervous and emotional here. But like the Dragon Zord debuted, I believe, in Green with Evil Part 3. Then he was destroying Angel Grove, and actually, he is his like little hiding spot is, I believe, under Angel Grove Lake. I think that's the name of it. Like I said, I haven't seen these episodes in a while. And the Dragon Zord's exact resting area when it's not destroying the city or fighting Rita's monsters. That's going to be revealed a little later. But the Dragon Zord did overwhelm the Rangers when they used Megazord to almost destroy Megazord. In the process, like, this Zord was insanely strong. As you could see, that's right by my eye. Watch it, please. That he can shoot missiles out of his fingers, blasters, laser beams out of his eyes, I think. Then some beams in the middle of his chest. But the Dragon Zord was the biggest, formidable opponent. Then so is the Green Ranger, because back in Angel Grove High, then at the Juice Bar, I think, community center, the Rangers begin seeing that Tommy is, I am acting a little weird. They eventually do figure it out that he's the evil Green Ranger, and they have to save him from Rita's spell. Eventually, Rita does give him a weapon known as the Sword of Darkness. Then, after some trials and tribulations, they do destroy. Let me get the Dragon Zord out of here. They do destroy the Sword of Darkness, breaking the evil spell over him. Then he is free to use the Green Ranger abilities to basically whatever he wants. Then all 5 Rangers, Jason and the others, they forgive him immediately. Like, there's no ill will, no animosity, like, towards Jason and the Rangers, and Tommy. Then it was actually Jason who said, "Join us. We will defeat Rita once and for all." Then he was a little, I wouldn't say apprehensive, about it, but he wasn't that willing to do it because of what he did. He almost destroyed the Rangers, the other Zords. He almost destroyed Zordon, Alpha, and their base of operations. He did all of that, but the Rangers forgave him like that, like the drop of a damn hat. They forgave him because it wasn't him doing the acts. He was under Rita's spell. That's why he did all those big, mean, bully things. But thanks to Jason's word, he joins the Rangers as their 6th Ranger, gaining a new Megazord. In the process, Dragon Zord Battle Mode, which fuses this big beefy guy over here with The Zords of the Blue Ranger, Black Ranger, and the Yellow Ranger. Then that is, like I said, the Dragon Zord battle mode. But after a while, he began his Green Ranger abilities began to basically dwindle down. As in get weaker. Then there's a 3-part episode, I believe. Like, don't roast me, if I'm wrong. It's been like a year and a day. It's been like a year and a day. It's been a minute since I've seen the Green Ranger arc. So I'm sorry if I get anything wrong. This is about him, not the Ranger. But there was, I believe, they 3 part Amori known as the green candle, where then that was owned by Rita. Then when she lit it, when it melts down all the way, then the flame goes out, all of the Green Ranger's powers will go away. Then, unfortunately, she was successful. The Rangers did not save him in time. So he did lose the Green Ranger abilities. He did give Jason the gold shield he was wearing, which is known as the Dragon Shield. Then he also gave Jason the Dragon Dagger. Before those abilities, dubbed Jason's, were sadly gone. So we have no Green Ranger. Then he had to sadly leave the Rangers. Then I think he shortly moved away to basically clear his head. But under the Rangers' radar, Zordon and Alpha had the idea that, like I said, without the Rangers' knowledge, they shut down the command center. And they go down into the basement towards a secret area of it. Then they had the idea of making new Ranger powers that were good. That there was no way that Rita would be able to get her hands on this Ranger. Then thanks, and due to Billy being in there, then he was in, I think, the air ducts. So he did slightly see what sort of Ranger that it was, and it was revealed that it was the White Ranger. White Ranger. White Ranger. Hello, where are you? There you are. This was the Ranger that Zordon and Alpha were making basically behind the Rangers' backs, which is a kind of scummy, but with an idea. Now, the Rangers didn't know who this new White Ranger was, but when Zordon and Alpha were back, then they reactivated everything in the command center. They did reveal that basically Jason was being removed as leader. That didn't mean Jason wasn't going to be the Red Ranger anymore. He was still the Red Ranger. There would just be a new sixth Ranger, who would be basically the new leader of the Rangers. Then it would be this White Ranger. Then that would be in the episodes White Light in the second season. Then in the second White Light episode, the Mighty Morphin White Ranger was revealed. Then the Ranger didn't remove his helmet until Zordon asked him to. He said, "White Ranger, will you reveal yourself now?" And I'm gonna guess, since when this episode aired, I did not see this episode. When White Light aired, in around 94, I was a year old. I wasn't exactly a newborn baby, just I was a baby. I was still figuring out who the adults that were raising me were. Is this my mom? Or is the big, large man with a lot of hair my mom? Like, who's mom and who's dad? And that's what I was going through, sadly, when White Light was airing. Then that's just a little backstory of how old I was when he debuted as the White Ranger. Then by he, I meant that Jason David Frank was back on Mighty Morphin as the new White Ranger, the new leader. He had brand new Ranger abilities that were in no way to become evil. Rita would never be able to get her evil little nails on it. But with a new Ranger, he also had a new weapon, which was the sentient sword known as Saba. And if no one knows what the word sentient is, meaning that the sword was alive, like somebody could speak, that gave the White Ranger a little bit of how to do it here and there, but not to a high extent, because our young Mr. Oliver has been here before as the Green Ranger. But not only does the new Ranger get the new Ranger suit, then a new accessory, that being Saba, but he also gets a brand new Zord, and I'm talking about the Tiger Zord, which is immensely amazing. It does have its own battle mode. Then with the utilization of 4 out of the 5 Thunder Zords, they can fuse into the Thunder Tiger Zord, I think. The name is a little foggy for me, but yes, the White Ranger had the white Tiger Zord. And actually, the Red Dragon Thunder Zord Warrior mode was actually able to basically ride on the Tiger Zord like he was like He-Man or something. It was amazing. But sadly, the Rangers would lose all their Thunder Zords the main 5 Rangers would sadly lose their Thunder Zords. Then Tommy's I got Tiger Zord would sadly get destroyed. With the introduction of Rito. Yes, Rito Revolto, Rita's brother, who was incidentally a all skeleton warrior, but I'm never gonna get into that subject. Thank you very much. But all was not lost. Zordon did let the Rangers know that that another set of abilities were available, and then they had to search for the ancient warrior Ninjor. Then when they first met Ninjor, he wasn't exactly accepting of the Rangers, then giving them the abilities that he's held on, that he's had the ownership of for thousands of years. But he luckily did. Then he gave the main 5 new Rangers, or the 5 new Ninja Zords, an ape, the wolf, frog, bear, then the crane. But this one was my favorite. The white ninja Falcon Zord. This image probably doesn't do it any justice, but believe me, then all 6 can basically are the Ninja Falcon Megazord. Then also with the Ultra Zord from season 1, it was for some reason reconfigured to work with the Ninja Zords than the Shogun Zords. Yes, he did get another new Zord, the white Shogun Zord. I wasn't able to get the high definition image of it because the image was hella grainy, but he does get the Falcon Zord, then the white Shogun Zord. He does still he is still the Mighty Morphin White Ranger, but he is in alternate form. Also, the photo was a little grainy, so sorry it was not in this episode or this video in general. But he was also known as the White Ninja Ranger by season 3. Then after a while they were successful, but when Goldar and Rito were successful in destroying all 6 of the Rangers, I got power coins, then their Zords were basically weakened. The Falcon Zord did get taken away, but they did rescue it. But sadly, he was no longer the White Ranger. They did get transformed into young boys and girls, but after going on their journey, they managed to basically, while they were little boys and girls, they found each and every instance of the Zeo crystal. Then after after their base of operations were destroyed and their Ranger abilities were lost, they got Zordon bestowed on them new Ranger powers that were utilized by the Zeo Crystal, which our Ranger Legend over here was getting his third Ranger form, and that was the Red Zeo Ranger, also known as Zeo Ranger 5 Red, or just Zeo Ranger 5. Now, during this episode, during Zeo, he does get a brand new Zord, as in this, Zeo Zord 5. And this actually served as a head of the Zeo Megazord, which was amazing. They defeated so many monsters that were from not Lord Zed, then Rita, but the Machine Empire. A brand new set of evil family. Now, this was an evil robotic family known as the Machine Empire. Then, after a few issues and reuniting with the original Red Ranger Jason, and him then being the second Zeo Gold Ranger, or the second Gold Zeo Ranger, all 6 Rangers were successful in defeating Mondo, then the Machine Empire, but now it's time to get into high gear, or in 3 words, shift into I got Turbo. That's right. Debuting in the movie, I got Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. Whoa, what the heck was that? That was weird. But he debuted. He got the abilities of the Red. I got. Yeah, excuse me. He then was bestowed the abilities of the Red. Turbo Ranger, who he had these Ranger abilities for only half of the season. Why half? Because I think I read about this at Jason David Frank, Johnny Young Bosch, I got Catherine Sutherland, and I am so sorry if I say her name completely wrong. I'm just going to say her first name, then Nikia, if you want me to, if someone can, I know how to say her last name, the Yellow Zeo Ranger, then the Yellow Turbo Ranger, the Tommy, the Red Ranger, Adam, the Green Ranger, I got Tanya, the Yellow Ranger, and then Catherine, the Pink Ranger, all leave the team to basically live their lives. And also during that, he did get the Red Lightning. I got the Red Lightning. I got Turbozord, which actually also, just like, I hope this doesn't look weird, just like Zeozord 5, I'm up here, served as the head of the Zeo Megazord. Red Lightning down here. Also served as the head for the Turbo Megazord, which they did decide on their successors. Tommy Oliver decided I'm gonna make. I got T.J. Johnson, his Red Ranger successor, who then went on to be the Blue Space Ranger, but we only care about the Red Turbo Ranger form. But after he was done being the Red Turbo Ranger, whoa, holy cow, he was done being a Ranger. Then, coincidentally, he did return. A few years later, they made an episode known as Forever Red, where the first, 10 Red Rangers are wearing it. An image should be filling the screen right now. Yes, all the Rangers from Mighty Morphin, Alien, Zeo, I got Turbo, In Space, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, I got Time Force, and Wild Force, all banded together to destroy, then defeat and destroy the remaining generals of the Machine Empire. Their leader, General Vengex, did have an idea of basically reviving Lord Zed's Zord, Serpentera. Okay, get rid of the image right now. Hope everyone can see me again, because that was a big image. Then the reason that was a big image is because that was a huge episode. That was an episode where I actually was able to watch. I was in second grade when that episode aired. Then, 10 Red Rangers. 10 Red Rangers on the same team, hearing 10 different morphing calls. This is amazing. And not only that, he was back for one last time using the Zeonizers. Had to like that. And being Zeo Ranger 5 Red. Yes. He represented the Zeo Rangers in that monumental event that did celebrate 1 decade. I got 10 years of the Rangers. Then we did see Jason, the original Red Ranger. I got T.J. Johnson, who was the Red Turbo Ranger. But after the episode of Forever Red, we didn't see him again for another 2 years. But to want to give everyone a teeny weeny fun fact here about Forever Red. If you have seen the episode from Wild Force known as Forever Red, didn't you guys wonder why he was wearing long sleeve shirt? a leather jacket, then a long sleeve shirt. We did not see him in a long sleeve shirt the entire episode. Then I did not learn this until I saw an image of this man years later that he had like at least a dozen or more tattoos all on his arms. He had like complete sleeves. Yeah, guys. I think during then, almost both of his arms were completely filled. I mean, from the top of his shoulders to basically his wrist. He had ink all over his arms. Then they think we can speak for everything, for everyone. When I say we grew up on him, wearing either short sleeve shirts, sleeveless shirts, and for him to like suddenly wear like long sleeve shirts then stay that way was a little weird. But they did decide how to bring JDF back one final time, not only as a mentor but as a ranger as well. Yes, I'm not lying. In the season Dino Thunder, they brought the Ranger legend Jason David Frank back. As this shouldn't be any shock, because by 2004 he has gotten his doctorate, toward his degree, in the study of dinosaurs. Go figure, right? Way back when he was the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger, he had the Dragon Zord, which was basically a dinosaur-based Zord. Then that the main five had dinosaur-based Zords as well. So, what are you doing here? You're gone. Oop, sorry. We don't actually get confirmed if the White Tiger Zord was ever fixed. But from what I say later in the episode, there's gonna be a long episode. They did bring him back, having a degree in the study of dinosaurs. Then I want to say this. Excuse my speech issues, but the study of dinosaurs is a paleontology. Then he was Reefside High's new, I believe, science or history teacher. I gotta watch Dino Thunder, darn it. But all the Rangers, the main three Rangers, red, blue, and yellow, gain their abilities through something known as the Dino Gem. Then it was revealed in a video when Dr. Oliver, yes, he was no longer referred to as Tommy. In Dino Thunder, he was either referred to as Dr. Oliver or Dr. or Dr. or Dr. or just simply Dr. O, which is a hell of a lot easier. Then using he did leave a video diary for the main 3 Dino Thunder Rangers, and they learned that their mentor, then history and or science teacher, was a Ranger legend. That legend didn't stop there, because once they rescued him, he revealed that he actually bonded with the Black Dino Gem, which gave him the ability of invisibility. Then he had a brand new morpher. Then he said, Dino Thunder, power up, and he morphed into his final Ranger form. And that was the Dino Thunder Black Ranger, wielding the Brachio Staff. He did fight with the Rangers. Then he was on the sidelines a little bit, but they had some help from their friend Haley, who did run a cyber cafe, which was basically the Dino Thunder Rangers hangout. Go figure. The first dinosaur-themed Rangers hangout was a juice bar, gym, and a community center. So it's not that big of a reach. That the Dino Thunder Rangers hangout was a cyber cafe. Then Haley, who ran the business, did reveal to Dr. Oliver, who was an old friend of hers, that he also had a Zord. Then get ready for this: the Brachiozord, which is based on the dinosaur, the Brachiosaurus, which actually was able to hold some of the Zords for the red, blue, and yellow Rangers. Then throughout Dino Thunder, he did have some issues being stuck in amber. Then he wasn't able to demorph. Then he was invisible. Then he was invisible. Then he was in the hospital. And then he finally was able to rejoin the Rangers in the field after strangely finally gaining Day's Super Dino mode. But at the end of Dino Thunder, the Dino Gems were destroyed, and Dr. Tommy Oliver was no longer the Dino Thunder Black Ranger, sadly. But this didn't stop them from bringing him back just a few more times in his life. In the Super Mega Force season finale episode, the final episode of Super Mega Force was the most anticipated episode event in Ranger history. You ask? Because all 6 Super Mega Rangers were going to go up against the Armada, but in the end, they get help from every single Ranger in history, from Mighty Morphin all the way to Samurai. Then here it is, everybody. When they revealed this was going to happen, here is where. Okay. I cannot stress this enough, everyone, that this man right here, Jason David Frank, this insanely showed how much humility and love that he still had for the Ranger franchise, even if he was in his early 40s, because he was about, I want to guess, from ages 40 to 43. Then, and a mass email was sent out to at least 60. Yeah, you didn't hear me wrong. 60 Ranger actors. Then only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 accepted. Only 8 accepted to the actors who were the red Lightspeed Ranger, then the pink Lightspeed Ranger, Sean C.W. Johnson, then Dallison, I'm gonna mess up her name, so I'm not gonna try, I'm sorry. The red, about 8 or 9, the red, the red, green, and pink Lost Galaxy Rangers, the blue and pink in Space Rangers, the green and yellow Samurai Rangers, and guess who? The Ranger legend himself, Jason David Frank, signed on to be in Legendary Battle. Not just anything. If you see the Ranger right in the middle, is that who I think it is? Is that him rearing his ugly... is that him rearing his savage head? Yes, guys, that is the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger. They decided to give Jason David Frank's role, his Green Ranger abilities, back for Legendary Battle. Then, a lot of the Ranger actors said no to being in Legendary Battle. That was why we only physically saw like 8 or 9 actors. 9 to 10 actors, because we also saw Jason Font as the Time Force Red Ranger. I cannot find him in this freaking image. I have to... This is like a Where's Waldo situation, for Christ's sakes. But we're not gonna get into that. This is about him. But what basically showed his humility, then love for this franchise. I believe it was TMZ to walked up to him. Then they discussed why so many Ranger actors said no to being in this like amazing event in Ranger history. To every single Ranger from Mighty Morphin through Super Megaforce / Megaforce, we're gonna be together in the same group, in the same episode, at the same time. Then a lot of them, then only, I'm gonna say at the most, almost a dozen actors said yes. A lot of them declined. Most likely due to the budget of the episode. They were doing something else. They were filming something else at the time. Or they got out of the Ranger limelight. Or they didn't act anymore. That's what I basically meant. or they stopped acting. Then they were completely focused on their families at the time, or they had a bunch of like meet and greets or whatever in other areas of the world. I don't know, but what Jason David Frank, what this beautiful man said almost made me fall in love with him. I swear to God. He said it didn't matter about how much money he would get for this episode. He said these words. He said the words, and I quote, "I would do this for $1." 4 quarters, guys. 4 quarters. 10 dimes. You can give him 4 of these. 4 quarters, which was $1. Then he would be satisfied by that, because for him, he didn't care less about the money. He was going to get for this episode. He did it strictly for the fans, which I loved him for it. So if anyone has anything bad to say about that he would do it for $1, you have no excuse whatsoever. Then after Legendary Battle, which is amazing, even though it did give out a lot of loose ends, it was still great to see him as the Green Ranger. Then also in the extended edition of Legendary Battle, he saves a little boy who was inside an automobile that was about to basically fall. He was scared, so Tommy grabbed Saba the Saber and said, "Grab on out of this." So he was able to yank out the boy, then save him. So he wouldn't get hurt. But that was the last instance for a few years. Then we didn't see him for years. I didn't bring it up, but when he was Dino Thunder Black and Dino Thunder, when you were older, didn't it seem a little weird that he was always wearing long sleeves? That was because by the 4, he had even more of them on his arms. Then his chest and body. But that doesn't stop him. We didn't see him for a few years. But my little Frauleins, my little friends, that didn't stop them from bringing him back one last time in the episode where the hell is it? The Super Ninja Steel episode right here that should be dousing the whole screen once again, where Tommy Oliver once again was the Green Ranger along with a bunch of veteran Rangers from In Space, Dino Charge, Dino Thunder, Time Force, RPM, In Space. I got Turbo, but we didn't see him just as the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger. So we didn't just see him as the Dino Thunder Green Ranger. That moved. We didn't just see him as the Dino... Holy cow. We didn't just see him as the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger. We also saw him as the Mighty Morphin White Ranger, Zeo Ranger 5, I'm being blocked, the Red Turbo Ranger, and last but not least, we also saw him as Dino Thunder Black. We got to see him morph into four out of the five. And no, we didn't see him as the Turbo Red Ranger, sadly, but we got to see him in these four Ranger forms, which was these four right here. Boom, boom, and boom. Mighty Morphin White, Mighty Morphin Green, Zeo Ranger 5, then the Black Dino Ranger. Then guess how? How did he morph into all four of these Ranger forms? Funny you should ask. He actually had a brand new morpher known as the Master Morpher, which gave him the abilities to morph into all five of his Ranger forms. When I say all five, I'm just doing it in like a general thing. He didn't morph into the red Turbo Ranger, sadly, but this was amazing. He used the Master Morpher to basically utilize four out of his five Ranger forms. Then, actually, we do see the... Not only do we see him morph in order using the Master Morpher. Ooh, we see him morph in order. Dino Thunder Black, Zeo Ranger 5, Mighty Morphin White, then Mighty Morphin Green. But that doesn't stop there. We also saw the long anticipated return of the White Ninja Falcon Sword, who we thought was destroyed at the end of Mighty Morphin Season 3, all the way back to 1996. So that was hilarious. So that was amazing that we actually got to see him morph into almost all of his Ranger forms, using the Master Morpher, which is basically an upgraded version of the original Morpher that he used when he was the Green and White Ranger. But after sadly, the Super Ninja Steel episode, Dimensions in Danger, was the last on-screen appearance of the Ranger legend himself. I got Tommy Oliver before his shocking than done his shocking death a few weeks ago this year. Then that shook me so much. Again, I say, when I heard that he died. So right now, everyone who is a member of the Ranger Nation, who is a fan of the Ranger Nation, then if there are any Ranger actors from Mighty Morphin, Zeo, the Dino Charge, Beast Morphers, Dino Fury, anyone, Lost Galaxy. If any of you are watching this right now, I want to do something very honorable and very special. I want to do. They usually say that let's give a moment of silence for our loved one. I wanted to do something even more. Before I do this, I want to say, I may not know what his wife, I got Tammy, then his daughter Jenna, are going through losing a husband and a father, but I am so sorry for your loss. Your husband and your father respectively is always in my thoughts. Then like I said, if any Ranger actor or any Ranger fan is watching this right now, I want to do something more than a moment of silence. I want to do 1 minute of silence. 60 seconds of silence for this beautiful man. And then I'm going to say one last thing about him, and then we'll end it. Then that minute of silence starts now. Thank you. Thank you so much for that 1 minute of silence. Of this for this amazing man that has had millions of fans ever since he debuted as the Green Ranger. And he has done so many things over the years. So many conventions over the years. He actually started his own martial arts studio known as Rising Sun, I believe. Then what made my heart to actually melt for this man and for me to gain even more respect for JDF is what he did at his last the Power Morphicon of this year. I think he began around 11:45, signing autographs, old school figures, figures from the Lightning collection. It was absolutely amazing to watch. I sadly wasn't able to go, but then it actually broke my heart that I wasn't able to go and meet this man because he was my hero. He affected my life in such a great way that I will never forget, but what he did at Morphicon was so amazing. He said out loud to all of his fans, the convention ended at 6 at night. That day, obviously. Then he said when they want to shut the doors at 6 and they say you gotta leave, he said, and I quote, "We're not gonna leave." Because what sometimes happens is that when you go to a meet and greet or a convention, you're in line for like 3, 4, maybe 5 hours. And then when you're like almost, you're like 5 minutes away from meeting him, then the venue says, excuse me, we are shutting down. Will you begin making your way out of the exits? No. This man says even if the event ends at 6, he is not gonna leave. He is not gonna let any fan go home mad or upset that they didn't get to meet him. It was over. Morphicon was completely done. Then he had like I don't want to say like 36 fans still waiting. He dubbed this Last Fan Standing. Then if you want to see this in detail, go watch after you watch this episode, this tribute episode. I want you guys to watch the video Last Fan Standing, a video that was uploaded by, again, excuse my speech, like a Chris Cantata Force, who did upload a video of him finally reuniting with JDF, and he actually got footage of JDF signing autographs, pictures, action figure boxes, taking selfies with his fans. I think I read somewhere that he stayed an additional like 3 hours. So even when Morphicon ended at 6, he left the building that around 9 o'clock because he didn't want to let down any one of his fans. If that doesn't show how much of a great human being this man was. He did meet and greets. He helped out some actors here and there, I think. His last role was in a Ranger-like film known as Legend of the White Dragon, which I'm definitely gonna watch because it looks amazing. He looks great in it. Some damn great acting from him, Jason Font, and everyone who's in it. But yeah, I think I read somewhere that he stayed an additional 3 hours. So no fan would go home disappointed. 10 again, I say, if that doesn't show how much of a great man he was, I don't know what the hell does. Then, sadly, a few weeks later, after Morphicon, the Ranger Nation did sadly get the news that he sadly passed away at the age of 49 years old. Then, just like me, a lot of the Ranger actors, or every single Ranger actor, and then Ranger fan was just heartbroken over this. So, I've been the Power Ranger fan since 99. Then I know what you're gonna say. Why weren't you a fan of the Rangers when they debuted in 93? That's because Mighty Morphin debuted in August of 1993. I was born May 5th of 1994. I was born almost a year later after the show debuted. Then when Mighty Morphin went off the air, I probably wasn't even 2 years old yet. So I missed out on Mighty Morphin, Zeo, the Alien Rangers, you name it, I missed it. I missed on a Turbo, then Space, Lost Galaxy. The first season I watched was Lightspeed Rescue. So I missed out on this Ranger Legends first 4 Ranger forms, and that still hurts me. It hurts me now that I will never get the chance to it legitimately breaks my heart that I will never get the opportunity to meet this man, this legend, this great human being. Shake his hand, then say how much he meant to me. Not only as a ranger, but as a role model and a hero. That's honestly like a secret meaning why I have the words never give up on my forearm. Because just like every single ranger throughout history, when it seems like the bad guys are going to win, the Rangers never gave up. Never, ever gave up. Then that's what you might say a little secret meaning that why I have that on my arm. But yeah, it really breaks my heart that I never got a chance to meet him, shake his hand, and let him know how much he helped me. That he helped me get through the hardships of my life by just saying, what would JDF do? What would Tommy Oliver do? Then I'm gonna miss him. I was very emotional when I found out the news that he died. And I haven't, I'm going to be honest, guys, I haven't fully gotten over it. And I think everyone in the Ranger Nation and every Ranger fan hasn't gotten over the fact that he's gone. Like, he was the idol of millions, and the fact that he suddenly left us is really hard for someone to basically accept, especially if you were someone who was alive when he debuted in the Mighty Morphin episodes Green with Evil. If you have seen him from Mighty Morphin's Green with Evil all the way to Super Ninja Steel's Dimensions in Danger, you're probably still hurting. And that's understandable. He was unforgettable. Like, he was 5 different Rangers. He said he would do Legendary Battle for $1. Like, he stayed 3 hours after this year's Morphicon ended. Like, this guy was a saint. And I'm not going to divulge. Like I said in the beginning, I gave a vow. I pretty much vowed that someone who was very close to him, and I hope they're still watching, that I vowed that I wouldn't bring up how he died. I will not discuss how he died, and I hope none of you say how he died down below in the comments section, because that would be extremely disrespectful. And I'm gonna miss him with every fiber of my being. Then one of these days I am gonna watch every single episode of Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, every Turbo episode he was in, Forever Red, Legendary Battle, Dimensions of Danger, Dino Thunder, obviously, just to show my support and love for this man over the years and to his family and everyone who knew him. I know for a fact that he is up there in heaven. I'm sorry. I know for a fact that he is smiling down from heaven and knowing that everyone loved him with every fiber of their being, with every inch of their heart. He will never be forgotten. Every Ranger fan and every Ranger actor that he's ever worked with or inspired, he will be immortal within them. He will never be forgotten. He will never be a footnote in the history of the Power Rangers. He'll be the main event every time. And I'm never gonna forget of all the amazing moments he had as a Power Ranger, and hearing about all the things that he did that showed that he was an amazing human being who did no wrong in his life. He truly cared about his family, his friends, and his fans. And for that, hats off out of you, brother. I will see you in heaven one day. I will never forget this man. For as long as I live. And you can damn sure bet on that. Then I hope everyone here who has not seen any episodes of the Rangers that he was in, do it now. If you haven't experienced him as a Ranger, do it. He was a skilled actor, great martial artist, an amazing father and husband. So there should be no insulting, no degrading him, and no one using his death to sell their merchandise. No. All we should do is mourn the memory and celebrate the life of this man. Jason David Frank was my hero. Thor is my hero. Denny always will be. No matter how old I get, I will always remember Jason David Frank. If you guys... Oh, God. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Because, like I said, this was one of the hardest... No, I'm lying. This is the hardest video that I ever had to film. And I'm getting really emotional, so that's going to be the end of this episode. You know the drill. Do those 3 things. You know what those 3 things are by now. I'm not going to say them out of respect. But, I hope you guys enjoyed this tribute to Jason David Frank. And, I will see you guys in the next episode. I love you all. I love you, Jason David Frank, and I will miss you every day of my life. I will be a fan of yours forever. I'll see you guys in the next one.